everyone to our free impression night. I'm so excited everybody is here. Welcome, welcome. I think everybody's popping in. My name's Anita Conley. I am a sales VP with Park Lane. I'm excited. This is my first free impression night that I'm hosting. So I have a little bit of nerves. I'm going to deep breath, right? But I've been building my Park Lane business for about a year now. I think actually 2 or 3 weeks will be a year. And I was brought in by the Direct to Point program. That was actually, and I'll go over that here in just a little bit, but that was actually one of the key things that attracted me to Park Lane. And the person that invited me was in my previous career with me. And and I'll tell you a little bit about that. And she actually reached out, and I'm thankful for her. I think she's on here, Beth. But we are like sisters from another mister, I guess, if you will. But welcome, welcome. I'm going to let everybody give a few more minutes to hop on here. Did y'all watch the end of the Masters yesterday? I live in Augusta, Georgia. I'm probably about 5 minutes from the Masters course. And my daughter actually worked 115 hours from last Saturday till yesterday in the pro shop. And everybody was reaching out to her, asking her to get Masters attire. And then my boys went, actually my son, who got married about a month ago, he and his new wife stayed at my house for the week because they rented their home and made money. And I had my 6-month-old grand dog here, and they just left about an hour ago. So my life is full. I have a 25-year-old son also. I think he's a salesman also. He's in pharmaceutical sales. So he knows a lot of people and is well connected. And I think he ended up going to the golf course like 5 times this week. So he's a smooth mover, smooth talker, a networker at its best. And so he was there quite a bit. And my daughter has been exhausted. She'll go back to school tomorrow. So, but the person that invited you tonight to join the free impression night, I want you to thank them, because I take it as a high compliment that the person that invited you sees something in you that thinks you would be a great addition to her Park Lane team, or she sees something in you that maybe Park Lane would be a fit. And that's what I'm going to be telling you a little bit about tonight. And I started Park Lane as my retirement gig. And yes, I am a young retiree. I retired from my first career in January. And Park Lane is what I decided to do the last 10 years or so of my work. And because it's fun, it's fashion, it's all done online, and it's flexible, all the things that I was looking for. And while I was not looking to do direct sales, Park Lane filled the bill for all of those things. But I love the plug and play system that we have here in Park Lane. I've met, I want to thank Nicole. She's on here being my work wife. She's letting all of you guys in. The waiting room keeps going. I know how it works. Oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be on a Zoom for my friend. Oh my gosh, and you're getting on here and you feel like you're running late, but that's okay. You're going to want to stay on till the end, because I'm going to give you a code word. We have a Google document that Nicole is going to post in the chat. Now, if you don't get that Google document in your chat, or you don't know how to do all that, your stylist that invited you can send you the Google link so that you can fill out it, y'all. And it's not like a test or anything. It's like 3 questions: your name, your email, your phone number, and the code word. Do not let me get off the call or the Zoom without giving you the code word. I'm kind of a high I personality that I see a squirrel and I might go, oops, I forgot. But make sure I give you the code word, because you got to have the code word on the Google document to get entered to win. Now, the impressions, oops, I don't have one on, but if you love the impressions, I'm going to show you what you're can win. Y'all, these are beautiful. This is a signature Park Lane item. Anybody that wears these on their wrist is going to get stopped and say, where did you get this? Because it's so unique and beautiful. And I hope that every one of you win one at some point, or become a stylist and get yourself several to adorn with all your outfits. But over the next few minutes, you guys, I'm going to answer the most common questions that women like myself before I started Park Lane need to answer, like why direct sales of all things. I'm sure no one here grew up, when you grew up and was a little girl, that you said, I want to do Park Lane. You probably didn't even think about it or know it was such a thing. Why jewelry? Why would you consider a jewelry business? Another one would be, let me see.
Somehow talking about Tilda the Gold Monkey, and he says he has some of the memorabilia from
Hold on 1 second, Anita. You need to unmute. I'm muting everyone again, and you unmute. Unmute. Okay, Anita, in the box, you just have to click unmute. We can't hear you.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm going to quit doing buttons, but anyway, I was a former high school science teacher. Okay, I have a degree in biology and I have a master's degree in science education. In my 20s, I taught school for 8 years. And when I had my son Jacob in 1997, he's 28 years old now, I went to take him to the daycare center that was going to keep him. And it was a home daycare, and the lady wasn't even up out of bed. And I was already having trouble thinking about leaving him. And I didn't want to leave him with her. So I went home crying. Y'all know the kind of crying we do as moms. It was ugly crying. Like, I just picked up my carrier and went home. And I called my principal and said, I can't come in and I'll have to figure it out. Well, that weekend we cut our budget by $2,000. Y'all, I brought home about $2,200, but we cut our budget by $2,000 and I became a stay-home mom. Fast forward into a couple years into that, I was looking for a way to supplement our income, and I was looking for flexibility. And that is what 99% of our, or 90% of our stylists in Park Lane work a full-time job, and you can work Park Lane around anything. You can fit it into the nooks and crannies of your life. You can, work it on your lunch break. You can work it at night or in the morning. Whatever is good for your schedule.
And I'm looking at him.
Hold on 1 second.
And he's
Mute everyone again.
going around.
And then unmute yourself, Anita. That's what we have to do when. Just go ahead and hit the microphone to unmute yourself. And the bottom left hand.
Okay, sorry, yeah. But so it's so flexible. You can work it around anything. All right. And my husband works in Florida. I work my Park Lane business in Florida when I go see him, and I live in Georgia, so I can take my business wherever. We have the best team and leadership. It's a plug and play system. You could start your business this week, host a party, and get on the payroll and have your first commission check next Friday. You could close your show and get a paycheck immediately. You're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. You have a sisterhood. All I had to do was to reach out to Nicole.
I mean, just like that. There's my
Sorry, we keep having to mute people. So if you could make sure you're muted, if you wouldn't mind, that would be awesome. Because I have to unmute. Okay, sorry about that. Can y'all hear me, everybody? Okay. All right. But why jewelry? Okay. Why would you pick jewelry? Well, jewelry is simple. It's fun. I got on the Zoom talking to Nicole a little bit earlier, and she saw this necklace that I had on, and she goes, oh my gosh, I need to put mine on. because it's very easy. You don't really have to know. The previous business I was in, I had to know a lot of information about the product, and it was a learning curve. You couldn't just jump in and learn. You had to know something before you could start. But I can hold something up like the impressions, and you can decide if you want to purchase it or not. It's consumable. It's like fashion. How many of you love to go, like, I can wear this top right here. I bought this top this year because it's, I like to buy new things to update my wardrobe. Well, I can change and maybe wear, I don't think I have it here. Oh, the Scout, or maybe the Lana Impressions, and do something taupe and have a totally different look and a totally different outfit. So it's like fashion. You're going to always want to update your jewelry. And y'all, how many of you know you feel better? Like, have you ever gone to work and felt your ears and realized you didn't have any earrings on? And then it just made you feel like you weren't dressed for the day. Maybe you felt embarrassed, or, it was kind of like, I just don't. But when you have your big hoops, like I love to throw these hoops right here on, the ocean earrings. These are my party hoops. I love them. When I wear these, I feel like $1,000,000. I walk taller. I have more fun. I feel like I'm more exuberant. And so when you look better, you feel better, you're going to be more open to talking to people. And y'all, those earrings right here, I wore these into my daughter's physical therapy appointment. And I had the girls working at the front desk wanting to know where I had my jewelry from. And they were asking me all about it. And they took up orders because of it. But I became friends with the ladies at the physical therapist's office because my jewelry is a conversation starter. Where did people ask you, where did you get that? And it's just a great way to connect with people. Now, why Park Lane, y'all? I was with another company and I absolutely loved it for probably 20 of the 26 years, maybe even 22 of the 26 years I was in it. I didn't even know about Park Lane. Okay. I had bought another jewelry company for years. And when I was introduced to Park Lane, I'm like, where has this been? Y'all, it is a 70-year-old company come August. 70 years old. It is debt-free. It's ran by the Levine family, the same family that Art and Shirley Levine started this company when they were like 16 and 18, newlyweds. And now their sons bought the company from them. They didn't just gift it to them to run, but they had to buy it from their parents. And they specialize in high-end costume jewelry with something for everyone. My mother, who is 76 years old, I just looked, she ordered the Sparkle Box exclusive bracelet today. She loves Park Lane. My 16-year-old daughter loves Park Lane. Anytime she has a birthday for one of her friends, she'll come in and grab a Lana necklace set in white or black or the violet and give it to her girlfriends for their birthdays. That's been the standard this year. So it's for everyone from 16, 10, really, till 80s. And we have something for everybody. There's a lifetime guarantee on the jewelry. Y'all, I had a customer reach out to me today and say, Miss Anita, I went on a mission trip and I lost one of my favorite earrings. Y'all, Park Lane will even replace a lost earring and let you have your full set back. Have y'all ever lost something like that and you can't stand that you don't have the replacement? But they have a wonderful replacement program on the jewelry. And they have a great everyday customer sale. How many of you love to buy on sale? Okay. If you were to go to Target tonight and you were to pull up and you would put, if they said you bought 2 items, maybe a gloss or a pair of socks, then you could get any 4 items in the store half price. How many of you would want to do it? Okay, that is Park Lane. They have a wonderful sale that is attractive to all of our clients. It has a most generous hostess program. Y'all, I love to get my customers to be a hostess because you can earn up to $400 or $500 worth of free jewelry with a 10-order show. I have clients who go, I don't know what else to get because I'm getting so much. They feel like they're stealing. from Park Lane because they get so much free jewelry when they're a host. So the hostess plan is so generous. Now, stylist. Okay, if you decide to partner with Park Lane as a stylist, you'll earn anywhere from 30 to 50% of your sales. You're paid on Friday, and you also are going to earn additional income for building a team. Now, there's also a rich reward program, and I wish I went to my mailbox today, and my $250 in free jewelry, which is my Rich Rewards Club level 1 for this month. Y'all, because of my sales with Park Lane, I was able to get $250 in free jewelry that I can gift, wear, or use as prizes. I can get up to $1,500 in free jewelry per month, okay? There are 2 company trips per year. Y'all, I started last May 1st. And in November, I earned my first trip to Switzerland. Can y'all believe that? Y'all, I had not even been in the company 6 months and I earned a trip to Switzerland. Who would love to have a Cinderella type vacation paid for by Park Lane? Y'all, Zurich, Switzerland. And y'all, with my other company, I have probably been to 16 locations. I've been to Australia, Hawaii, Argentina. I've been all over the world. I had never been to Switzerland. And y'all, one of my girlfriends is going with me. I'm so excited. We're going to have so much fun. So there's a Mercedes car program. You can earn the compensation for a Mercedes, and I'm working on a Mercedes car. They also have the direct appoint program. If you or have had any direct selling experience, especially in leadership, Park Lane recognizes leadership and previous company experience. And so if you have previous experience, you want to make sure you tell your stylist that invited you here so that you can talk to one of our national sales directors at Park Lane and find out where you might fit in on the career path. And y'all, we even have a fundraising program. I have only done one fundraiser. I have a customer who rescues pets, and her nonprofit for pets, we did a fundraiser and we did a lot of focusing on the perfect bracelet and the different pieces that have the pets paw prints on them. Park Lane gave 50% of all of the sales that we did for that nonprofit organization she runs to that organization. Who does that, y'all? That was such a wonderful opportunity to give back. Now, why now would you consider Park Lane? Well, y'all, since the pandemic, Park Lane has had a 400% increase. It has been an explosively growing time. Almost, and I will tell you that one of the most attractive things that brought me into Park Lane was that almost 100% of the business that I have done is online. I do all my shows on Facebook or Zoom, and I never even have to leave my home. I schedule my parties. My daughter is 16 and she plays softball and is very busy with sports and things. And I can work my parties in around and not miss out on all of those things. People want to work from home. I love working from home. Y'all, if I were to stand up, I do have on pants, but you know, I have been known to wear just a cute top and jewelry and then look homeless from the bottom down. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows. And that's awesome. Now, all the tools that you need, to start with Park Lane, y'all, it's a plug and play. We have so many systems and boards and all the things that we'll share with you later. But everything that I've used, I even had a friend of mine Saturday go, "How did you get so tech savvy? You make all these beautiful digital displays and you make all these reels. Where did you learn how to do that? I've known you for years and you never could do it." I said, "Honey, I copy and I paste. It's all done for me." And I love that about Park Lane. Now, if you were to decide to join Park Lane, there are 3 kit options that you can select. And you can ask your stylist about that. But what I love about the kits is that once you pick the kit that you select, you get to pick the jewelry you want. So you customize your kit. It's not like you get the pieces nobody wants. You pick the pieces in your kit that you would love to have. And so it's going to match your friends and your style. Now, can you do it? You may not have the background. Like I was a science teacher, y'all. I had never had any sales experience. I have worked a direct selling career married. I had small children. I had teenage children. I now have adult children. I know single women, maybe your child is going to college and you need to pay some extra expenses. Maybe you're empty nesting and you just want to have some girl time and you don't really have a place in the world right now, or you're trying to find your new place. Maybe you're retired and you want a little bit of an outlet or a little bit of extra income. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and you are working to find a way to be able to continue to stay at home. So really, Park Lane can fit in at any place that you're at in your life. And I'll be bold and say, you know what? I would love to welcome you to our Park Lane team and be part of the leadership team that trains and support and encourages you. And even, you know what I mean? You hold your hand. If you don't have the confidence to get started, we kind of can hold your hand. It's kind of like riding a bicycle. If you're afraid to get on the bike, we can kind of hold on to the back while you get started, and you start pedaling and get going, and the next thing you know, you're going, and the parents let go in the back. Well, that kind of happens with stylists and people who have started a business like this. We kind of hold on to that bicycle in the back for you, and we gradually can let go of the pressure that we apply or the help that we give, until you all of a sudden you're flying down the road or going down a hill, just flying on your own. And the best feelings that you get come from an accomplishment like starting a business for yourself and feeling little steps of success, because one level of success will breed another level of success, will breed another level of success. I always say this: you never know. Like, you may go, well, I don't know 5 years down the line what I might be doing. Well, you know what? If I were to get in my car right now and say, oh, I can't go to the store because all the red lights might be, they might all be red. What if I have to stop? What if they're, you don't know what's coming down the path. You just have to get in, get started, and your headlights will shine to the next level. And will shine a little bit farther. You go a little bit farther down the road, and then the lights move forward. So you may not know what's coming down the path, but if you just get in and get started, the next things, it will work itself out, and you'll be able to find your way as you go. There's no perfect plan, and you never know. I always say life is not like a straight path. It's weaving in and out of different things that come along, and we work around and in and through things. And Park Lane and businesses like ours can do that. Now, I'd love to ask, does anybody have any questions? I love to give an opportunity. I feel like I talked really fast, but I think I covered everything in my notes. But does anybody want to unmute themselves and ask a question, or you can raise your hand up in the corner? And Nicole, if you'll help me look for that, if anybody has any questions. Anybody? Anybody? Hi. There's people answering on. Are there any questions in the chat?
There are no questions in the chat yet.
No questions. We'll give everybody, it's kind of like, I won't say it. I guess,
Well,
you
there
give
is a question.
There is a question. Awesome.
It says, is there a minimum sales amount per month to stay active?
There is not a quota. Like, I love that too. That's a very good question. It brings up another answer, another thing. When I was in my former company, if you earned a certain position, if you did not do what it took, or let's say it took building a team of 3 or something to hit a position, if you lost, everybody says, what if someone quits? I mean, people are going to quit. That's just the nature of anything. Like, I quit teaching. I let my teaching certificate go. I don't even know, probably 25 years ago now. But you know, if I didn't stick with it, but if you didn't keep your 3 team members, you didn't stay in that position. And it was often embarrassing for a consultant or a team member to come back to the Park Lane doesn't do that. If you have a sudden emergency, like your husband gets sick, gosh forbid, or your mother gets sick, or your child, or something just happens, you just go through a period that you have to put your business on the back burner. You come back right where you were when you left. And that is wonderful, y'all. So you can come back and I sense that difference in this company. It creates an acceptance, a loving feeling. People aren't, ashamed. And it's just kind of like a big warm blanket that wraps around you. And that's the way I felt since I started Park Lane over a year ago. They're not this competition, run against people. It's everybody reach out, help, support. And what can I do to help you? And I felt that from everyone in this organization. Anybody else have any questions? And you get started. Oh, thank you. People are answering. You can get started for as little as $129. You get $600 in jewelry for that $129. There's a $229 kit, and I believe that's $1,000 in jewelry, or is it $1,100 now? I always get, and then you have the $449 kit, and I believe it's like 2,000. But and yeah, it's an extra 100 off of what you get. It is lots of jewelry to start, y'all, and it's so much fun to, like, when I come and get ready in the morning, I'll come in my little jewelry room and I'll go, what am I going to wear today? Yay. And I might play with it. So thank you, Megan. The code word is spring break. Spring break is over. I shouldn't do it, but I'm going to say spring break. Is it anybody still on spring break? Ours ends tomorrow. Ours ends tomorrow, and my daughter goes back to school, so I'll kind of be back to normal. And but spring break's the code word. Make sure you answer the questions on the Google document and you submit that. It'll go right in, and your name will go in for the drawing. And you may want to reach out to your stylist, because there may be some specific questions that you have that more specific about fundraising, or more specific about the kits, or something like that doesn't apply to everybody but you. So make sure you reach out to her and or him, and they can help answer any questions. But I hope you've enjoyed this evening, and thank you for joining me, and thank y'all for not being too hard on me, because it was my first time, y'all. So thank y'all. Y'all have a great night. Bye-bye.